Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. So today's video is about Student Loan Bureau of Jamaica. Student Loan Bureau of Jamaica. So people have been requesting this particular video from me. I don't know if you're new to my channel, but if you're not new to my channel, you've been watching my videos. Have you been watching my videos? You would have heard that I recently paid off my student loan. And the reason why this is significant is because I was a nurse for almost 6 years in Jamaica, and the amount that I borrowed after almost 6 years, I still had not paid half of that amount. And I was not delinquent with my loans. I was paying faithfully every month. I was even overpaying at some point, and it still did not make any difference. So I'm here today to talk about student loan and if it's really worth it to get student loan, and also if you do get student loan, what you should be doing before you get it, if you're thinking about getting it, or what you should be doing now that you've gotten it, and also what you should be doing after you've left college to pay back in time and to have it a little bit easier on yourself. Because even though the amount that you're paying back monthly it's based on the college that you apply for. My amount was not a grandiose amount, but every week make a muckle, you know. So of course, you know me, whenever I am going to be discussing any type of topic, I need to get into the schematics of things, like what's about, before I give my opinion on it. So basically, if you are from Jamaica, student loan is a financial lending body. It's government owned. I'm not sure if there's a private part to it, but I know it's a government owned agency as far as I know. And what they do is provide different type of loans to people who want to pursue higher education. So after you leave high school, tertiary education, or even after you get your degree, if you want to get a master's, which I did not know, I recently found out when I was doing my research that you can pursue your master's with student loan assistance. So it's basically a lending agency, and it helps you to get an education. Student loan has different type of loans that cater to different people. The loan that I took was a targeted loan, and what that means is that I didn't have to start repaying my loan until after I graduated, and I think they gave you a couple of months before for you to find a job so you could pay them back. Mark you, while you're in school, you can pay them back, repaying a part of the loan. It's an option, but it's not mandatory for you to do so. You also have the pay as you work, or pay, let me see, I wrote it down. It's a student loan pay as you study loan. So what that means is you're working class person, and probably you left high school, went straight to working, and you didn't have access or the financial means, or even the requirements the qualification, you know, like the documentation that they required, or the subjects that they required for you to pursue that degree that you wanted to pursue. So you had to, you know, take a little break, go and work up your money, work on getting your CSEs, or your CSEs, CSEs. What do you call that? Why is so long left school? This sad bad. But anyways, what I'm saying, for whatever reason you decided that you weren't going to go to college straight after high school and you are working, student loan is an option for you to study and pay them. So they would do like a salary deduction and take the money out of your account, right? And then the other option that I saw was a post-grad loan. And basically, this is just for persons who want like a master's, or help with their we have after masters. Jesus, what I'm hungry. PhDs. But I think I only saw I'm not sure, don't quote me, but it's postgrad. So postgrad includes PhD, so I would think like you will get assistance with that too. With that being said, each of these loans have different interest rate. When I say interest rate, I mean that the amount of interest that you're going to have to pay back, the percentage of it, right? So with the targeted loan, the interest rate that they currently have on their website is 7.8%. I don't know about you, but that kind of steep for something that was built for poor people, in a sense, like persons who were not financially capable of pursuing higher education. A 7.8% is kind of steep, because let's be real, you're gonna need way more than tuition to get through college. You know, you need supplies and all those things. So I'm just thinking about everything, and when you start working, your family members them look for something. You have probably other loans that you have to take out to go to school, get books and supplies, and you know, other little something there. That percentage is pretty steep to me, but I digress. With the pay as you study, the percentage is going to be a 6% interest rate, and the postgrad loan, of course, is going to be most expensive, and it's going to be a 9.5% interest rate. So the rates are not that very hot. I think the government can do better. We know the government can do better, but they don't do better. That's the problem. Oh, so pretty. Let me know if y'all want like a tutorial on this hair, or y'all want the deets for this hair. Can maybe a little and nothing feet. I'm not going into details in this video, but drop in the comment section below if y'all want to look like a Puerto Rican too. But I digress. I'm sorry. I have ADHD. Can't get distracted so easily. Somebody help her. Help her, Jesus. Anyways, with that being said, let's dive into the process of student loan. So in order for you to get the loan, there are a couple steps that you have to do to qualify to get the loan, right? So of course, first you have to go onto Student Loan Bureau Jamaica website. That's slbja.com, and you go ahead and do their online application. So you fill out the online application. You're going to have to get your guarantor to also fill that application. Now, a guarantor is, of course, someone that is guaranteeing that their loan will be repaid back to student loan. So basically, it's you get two persons. They most time they will prefer for both persons to be gainfully employed, because of course, if you're lending some money, you want to know that the persons are persons that are going to stand security for that loan, for that person is able to pay back the loan, right? So they have to be employed, whether self-employed or, you know, the other type of employed. What that mean? What the other type of employed? I don't know what I mean. I'm not stress me out. I don't like this to me. But yeah, so your guarantor is the person that's gonna stand security. So in case you don't pay the loan, they come for the guarantor. So since I'm saying that, with that being said, get your words together. With that being said, it's not everybody gonna want to be a guarantor, because that alone are gonna frighten people, you know. Because just imagine, you will take loan, go to school, study up yourself, and get your degree, and you decide to you want to run off. I know student loan are gonna beat on my door. Oh, you there? You don't have to pay back your loan. Oh, you there? No, people not. Why did I do that? A lot of people not gonna want to pay, not gonna want to stand security. I understand. But this is where your parents and your older siblings, if you even have a good friend, this is where they come in. And a lot of people are willing to help you, but a lot of people have heard a lot of horror stories about people not paying back their loans and being bombarded by student loan. So this was not difficult for me, because I had both my parents, and they became my guarantors. The hardest part was that we had to sign papers every year. You had to get the papers to the guarantor, and they had to sign it again. And we're not getting into it, but one of the parents then did very difficult because he was like, he didn't understand. When we just gateway, my father was very annoyed with them, because he's saying I already got approved for the loan. why every year he must do the same thing. And I kept trying to explain to him, Daddy, the process has to be done again. They have to see if you still qualify for the loan, because in order for you to continue getting a loan from Student Loan Bureau for the tenure of your school study, you have to maintain a certain GPA, right? So you can't just go there and just barely scratch through. So although the GPA level that they set is very low, like the bar is very low, I think it's 2.0 if I'm not lie, GPA. But there are certain criteria that you have to fulfill to keep getting the loan. Henceforth, they're going to have to keep updating the guarantor information, and they don't know if a guarantor change or if the situation change. So I kept trying to explain that to my father, and he was very annoyed. So that was annoying for me every year, and I went to school for 4 years. So anyway, so after you get the guarantor, they need to sign into your portal, and there's a section for them to complete, right? After you do that, you're going to go ahead and pay their fees. So the fees, I went onto the website because I left school so long ago. I'm ancient, if y'all don't know. I'm joking. I'm a young, green, clean girl like me. Could I ever say me hola? It's not true. Look how nice. But yeah, I went onto the website because I want to give my people the most accurate information, okay? So you have a $6,250 application fee. I don't know why application fee reached this, so for 2 little paper, be for real. And then you have to do a insurance fee. Like, I think the insurance fee, did I have to pay it up front or it was added to my loan? I'm not sure, but that is one of the fees that you have to do. And then if you are pursuing a different type of loan, like the pay as you study loan or the postgrad loan, because you're working, they're going to do a credit check. Because remember now, you're going to be paying back the loan via salary deduction while you're working. So they're going to need a credit check to be sure that, okay, if we give this person the loan, they have a good repayment history, so we will be secure with lending them some money, right? So after you do that, you're going to go ahead and submit your documents, your physical documents. I won't get into details of it, but of course it's going to be like ID, TRN, proof of address, proof of employment for who the other type of loan with targeted loan, the proof of employment on behalf of like your guarantors. Are they working? Just of the piece on all of them little something there. So after you do that and submit everything, student loan will get back to you and let you know if you are approved for said loan. It's important to note that based on the cost of your tuition and the type of program that you are pursuing, student loan might not loan you the full amount for your tuition, so take that into consideration. So like the lawyers and the doctors and them other expensive tuitions, people might not get the full amount, so keep that in the back of your head. With that being said, we can now move on to the repayment period. I'm gonna put on my book because the rest of this now is just me go talk about my personal experience after the repayment section and some tips and tricks, right? So with the repayment now, as I said before, and I keep repeating myself, but I want y'all to get it. Based on the type of loan, that's how your repayment would be. So the postgrad and the pay as you study, people them will start repaying while they're studying. But the targeted loan, you can, while you're in school, if you find yourself with a portion, as my friend Foddy would say, bring up yourself, Foddy. If you find yourself with a portion of money, or by the grace of God, your parents are working good enough jobs where they can start contributing to your tuition, to repayment, you can go ahead and start repaying while you're in school. But for most of us, that is not a possibility or reality. We have to wait until we finish school and start work for payback, right? But yeah, in that case, repayment will start, I think, after you graduate. They give you like a 6-month period. Don't quote me, but I think you get a period of time for you to find a job so you can pay them back before they actually start calculating, like, you know, they start telling you that you have to repay them. Another thing that I want y'all to note well, for those of you who don't know or are thinking about getting student loan, Please be aware that the interest starts immediately when you are funded the first amount for the first semester of your school. You know, feel like say interest go start go on when you start repay. Baby, that interest start slap on for you in a college. So if you can repay an amount while you're going to school, do that. I would recommend it because the interest, baby, don't play. And I feel like say you go pay them the money and all that go on your balance for the sir. Then split up your money in all different. Part of that pay for insurance, part of that pay for that, part of that pay for that. So at the end of the day, the amount that is contributing to your loan to decrease the balance is very minuscule. And I had to learn that the hard way. So that is a big con for me when it came on to student loan. It was a big con. And if I'd only known what I know now, things could have been different. I'm not saying that I wouldn't take student loan. I would have to. I had no choice but to take student loan. And a lot of us, that is the case for a lot of us, you know? When you're ambitious and you want to look something with yourself. But for a lot of us, it's not the case. Like, we don't have a choice. We have to take student loan. So, Marty, that is the first big con. The interest starts as soon as you get the people their money. The second con that I realized, if you're going to do like a lump sum of payment to student loan, you cannot. And I repeat again, listen carefully. Yeah, listen. Open your ears so and listen. Do not, I repeat, do not do overpayment via your online portals or via student loan online, anything via the bank. Go into the office with your extra money what you want to pay them and pay it directly in the office, which I think is wild and just unreasonable because there is only one student loan office in the island, and that if you don't live in Kingston, you know what that means. You have to jump on a chichi bus as soon as Scott put on them drawers and find yourself a town. And even though we have a new highway, it's just annoying, guys. They should have, this is my personal opinion, and I know that a lot of people agree with me. Student loan needs to get offices in at least the major cities like Mobay, St. Anne, somewhere where there is like a bridge gap where you don't have to be traveling so far to submit documents to get to speak to somebody in the office in person. So that's a two con in a one, you know. There we said two con in a one. So with that being said, them two con there, please do not pay them no lump sum over the internet or with no bill express or not, because it will not make a difference with your loan, baby. Then go split up your money and tell you some half-crack story that the reason why it's not doing anything is because they're holding back some of the money just in case you don't repay your loan for a particular month, which is crazy. Because I'm going to tell you a story time. I'm always religious with paying my bills. I'm gonna pay about my bills them. I will pay my bills. I not buy my food first, but me have to make sure my bills them pay. Me not play about my bills them. Me always pay on time, right? So for some reason, I don't remember what happened a particular month. The amount that I was supposed to pay, for some reason, the entire amount was not paid over. I don't know if I was half asleep coming from work or what, but it's like I forgot to pay like a $200 on the loan. Like, I don't even think it was that much. It was less than $100. So that would mean that I didn't pay the full amount for that month. Would you believe that student loan made that little sum of money sit on my account till about 3 or 4 months later, when it had gathered interest, to now call me and let me know that I owed, I think it was like $13,000 or something, because of that minuscule amount and the late fee that kept piling up. You hear me I say? So look here, make sure say you don't pay your full amount and pay it on time. Cause student loan no pay, then don't play. Okay. What's another con that I can discuss with you? Yes, personally, if I knew this, I would have done this, but I did not know this, or I wasn't even thinking about it. if you can get access to a loan from a bank, a financial lending agency which is not owned by the government, if you can get access to a loan from NCB, Scotia, JNNB, any one of them, if you can get a loan from them to repay student loan, do that. You're gonna say, well, you're crazy, why would you do that? Let me tell you something. Their interest rate might be less, and also the fact that you got rid of student loan in one. All student loan be pricing these loans, this lending institution will not be doing that. So you actually go see your balance and reduce. Not like student loan where you pay for 10 years and then you still owe almost $1 million. Like, make it make sense. So if you can do that, I would recommend that. Find yourself, like, even if you don't have a credit history, right? Within at least the first year of you working, find yourself to a bank and get a loan and pay student loan off completely. Because baby, let me tell you, you'll be paying and paying and paying and paying, and the balance will not be moving, and it just don't make no sense. At the end of the day, when I calculated all that I paid back to student loan, and this is before I cleared off my loan, let me tell you, I paid almost twice. I paid them back almost, not almost twice. I paid them back almost the full balance of my loan and the full sum of my loan. Let me get my words together. So if I did borrow $500, at the end of the day, when I calculated all I had paid them so far, I'd paid them $400, but yet still the balance on my account was saying that I still owed $400. Listen to me now, man. So all the payment I pay never make no sense. So that's why I'm telling you, if you can get it from a bank and pay them off and pay the bank instead, it's better for you. And then when I had to clear my loan, the amount that I had to pay to clear it was almost the same amount that I borrowed. You're lying. I'm not lying, friend. I'm serious, sir. Believe me when I'm telling you, one thing will not lie to you. So student loan is a trap. I'm gonna be honest. That's my personal opinion. It's a trap. And for those of us who can't do better, it's really just a sad reality of how being poor is literally a crime. I'm gonna go always say this. They say money is the root of evil. Money is not the root of all evil. Me tell you who's the root of all evil. People, I know them use money, but money is not the root of all evil. Because if you have money, you can do things. You can take care of your family. You can enhance yourself. You can go on your nice little vacation. Help people. If you don't have money, what you gonna do in this world? Not even eat, you can't eat. Don't to come and here where you want to put in your tire for your car, you have to pay for that. You need money. So that's one of the big cons for me with student loan. Like, it just never make no sense. Because after you go, them lend you the money and you go to school, you left school now and you just say, alright, I want to do this, I want to do that, I want to give back to my parents. And you can't see your money if you give back to your parents, they have to pay back student loan at the same time your balance now decrease. That's why enough people run off and don't pay them back. Me personally not do that. But that's why some people do that and don't pay them back. I totally understand. But yeah, that was a big con for me. Just the fact that I was paying and it not making a difference. So if you can, go ahead and borrow from the bank and pay them back as soon as you can. Just pay them back and then pay the bank. It will be easier on you. The final con that I had with student loan was, how can I say this? Oh my God. The final con that I had with student loan was the fact that the interest rates were so high. And I'm like, if this program was designed to help the less fortunate, why then would you have... So you see, like, it's a trap. Like, why would you have the interest rate so high so that even when the person get their degree and go, a lot of their money is going back to you, so you're in this cycle where you just can't, two ends can't meet, and yeah, you got your degree, and you think we go put the clip there in there. So you get a degree, you feel like you're somebody now. You're still not somebody because you have a degree and man out there drive truck. A scam out there, they make more money than you because what student loan and pressure your pocket. Plus your bills them are sitting your pay just now reach. Make it make sense. So that was one of the biggest cons for me, like getting a student loan to get a degree and then struggling to pay them back. So I say this to say, if you can do without student loan, leave it alone. Don't touch it. That's my personal opinion. But if you cannot, that was some of the tricks that you can use for it not to be such a burden on you. So tricks: start repaying while you're in school if it's possible. Don't overpay them unless you're going into the office directly. Thirdly, if you can leave school and get a loan from a lending agency which is private like the bank and pay them back, is better for you, right? With that being said, I have a couple pros of student loan. As I said before, if you don't have the financial capabilities to pursue higher education, you shouldn't let that stop you. Go ahead and use student loan and use my tricks. And if you ever don't use my tricks, work hard and pray. God will make a way, right? But in that case, that's the sense that student loan is as a pro, like for persons who are poor or less fortunate or just don't have the bucket if you can pay them tuition. Student loan is a good option in that sense, because as I said before, it's based on the school that you go to. The repayment amount is not, it's a lot, but you have to think that this is for you. This piece of paper that you're going to get, although personally nowadays I feel like college education and college degree is a scam, but I digress. But if it's really something that you're passionate about, go ahead and do it. Don't let the fact that you don't have the money now stop you or you're afraid of student loan. People used to tell me, especially my family member, them, oh, but I never take student loan because all when you're dead, you still have to pay student loan. And I'm like, that not got to me. Because one thing I know and two things for sure, God never left the girl here. Or when the girl and I give God him props, he not left her. So yeah, that's a pro. It's great for persons who don't have any other source of income to fund tuition to go to college. And then the second pro for me is the fact that you can go throughout school and don't have to worry about paying your tuition. Literally, just make sure you submit the papers them and keep your GPA at a level, and student loan will do the rest until when you're finished with school, which I like, because of course that going to decrease anxiety, decrease stress, and I feel worry or your tuition I go pay and him something. You understand? But other than that, guys, personally, as I said before, if you can do without student loan, do without student loan. The government of Jamaica, me call you out to know if you do better. We know if you treat poor people better, because we put money in the country, we want to waste. Yeah. But with that being said, thank you for tuning into my channel. I will be dropping another video on another topic that you guys have been requesting soon. But today is my second day off of 2 and I do night shifts, so like 1.5 days I forget. And I'm back at work tomorrow, so I'm not sure if that next video is going to be done this week. But yeah, if you like my content, please like and subscribe to my channel. This is your girl Carrie Ann signing out. Peace.